Morning guys, it is 20 past 6 now and really pleased. Just looking there in the background, there is light. That means that even though there's still lots of rain to come, spring is definitely on its way with lighter mornings. I don't have to get here in the dark anymore, which is fantastic. But I have still got here in the dark this morning. As I said, it's 20 past 6 now. I have already been over to the school. I've set up a bit of an exercise for Ballougar, which we're going to run through, see how he gets on. I haven't ridden in a week. You can probably hear I still sound awful. But we're just going to give it a go, because I just felt as though I needed to get on. I needed to do something. He's done a bit of work still this week. He's been hacked out by someone else. But I've not been in the saddle. So yeah, see how I get on. Maybe I'll last 5 minutes, maybe I'll last 20 minutes. We'll see. Don't you just love the sound of the birds in the morning? Happy dog. Hey. And the joys of winter. Absolutely trashing my field, coming through the tractor. Oh, when will the rain end? I am fully aware that my mud is nowhere near as bad as what some other people have, but this is the worst I've ever had it ever since I've been here, and I've been here since 2019 now. That gateway is awful. I've never had mud like this here. It's just really, the rain in England has been so bad at the moment. As I said, I know it's not as bad as what other people might have. It's just absolutely trashing the gateway. Roll on summer. This naughty one over here has just caused me to absolutely lose my breath because you broke the fence, didn't you? And then you've been bombing around like an absolute numbnut. Hey? So future Amber over here, and Ballougar eating some grub. Hey boy. I have ridden already. You'll see that footage in a minute. But I just thought I would come on, have a little bit of a chat, let you guys know what I've been up to and what's been going on. So, as you would have seen from a video I made at the end of last year, my goals for Ballougar are to hopefully qualify him for badminton. That's what I would like him to do. And when I talk about badminton, I'm meaning badminton grassroots, not big badminton. Yeah, so I had the intention of, as soon as we came back from South Africa, getting stuck into a fitness plan and having Munstead at the end of this month, so the end of March, being our first event of the season, because it's a fantastic venue for your first run. It's quite a confidence-giving venue, and it's fairly flat. Yeah, so that's where I wanted to take him for his first event. But unfortunately, must have been near the end of January when we were having all those storms, he got his rug off overnight and ended up sort of colicking. I mean, he didn't have colic, but had the same or similar symptoms. I'm not going to get too much into detail on that, but anyway, because of that he dropped quite a bit of weight. Obviously the weather's not been great, and so the grass, which here is normally really good, isn't as good as it would usually be. I'm currently going through a round bale of hay every 3 to 4 days for the 4 of them. So they are munching through it really quickly. And anyway, because of him dropping weight, I didn't feel that it was fair on him to carry on with the work. So I gave him a bit of time off. and have been really starting from the beginning again, just building up things slowly. So, hello boy. When I did get back on, we went complete back to hacking again. Then James was ill, I've been ill, and things have been a little bit up and down. He does actually, I don't know if I've already said it to you, but he does have someone else that is riding him as well, so he's being hacked a couple of days a week, but it's still not much. Today was the first time for me riding him in the school again, probably in about 4 weeks or so. So it's going to be really, really green what you see. It's still really wobbly. He wasn't on his best behaviour as well, but it's all just building it up again. And I'm hoping what you guys enjoy from this is seeing something really, really raw and really green, and hopefully getting him somewhere, and you seeing the journey right from the beginning, because I don't do things completely traditionally, and yeah, hopefully it gives you another bit of an insight to things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching. Please let me know in the comments if you do enjoy this sort of thing, what you've been up to, what your plans are with your horses. I'm really interested to know sort of who's watching and what you do. So as you can see, I've set up a triangle that on each base it's got trotting poles leading up towards it. This exercise can be used in a variety of different ways to either help with straightness, with your horse's rhythm, for creating better suppleness, getting them to work between things, over things, work towards a point. There's so much variety here. And just the first thing that I'm doing is riding some like 5 to 10 meter circles, going between one of the set of trotting poles. We did have a lot of distractions today. The first thing you can see there in the corner is Shay, and in a minute he's gonna go through the fence onto the other side, so I ended up having to get off to tie him up instead. Yeah, there he goes, a little naughty bugger. But alongside that as well, there were horses being turned out, and so Ballougar's mind was a little bit all over the place, and you'll see there are a few moments within this session where he isn't going quite so forward. He naps a little bit from time to time, and it's just about how I refocus him and get him to think about something different again, rethink about the work, and using something like this exercise to give him more to think about. As I'm sure I've said before, I'm very much into trying to create a great relationship with my horse, everything looking for it to be nice and soft and relaxed. If things go wrong, I'm not there to force a horse into submission or anything like that. I want them to have the trust in me that they know what I'm asking them to do is safe, it's okay, things are going to be fine, and that they can make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. So, as I said earlier, I was doing a few circles that were going between the poles. Here, I've just gone on a straight line going over the trotting poles straight to the point. On one of the diagonal lines. This can be done from either direction. You can also ride from the point to then go straight down your trotting poles, which is a little bit of a more technical line to ride because you've got to be more accurate to get to the point. You can see here Ballougar does start off quite wobbly, and in the trot, the first time he does a trot, it's even worse. but as we go through, things get better and better all the time, and I'm not expecting him to be a world beater with this. Also here, doing it in walk, I've set it out for trotting instead, so it's not quite the right spacing for walk, but it's just about him being clever with his feet, having to actually think about, do I need to add an extra step? Can I stretch and do the one stride of walk in that space? So there's a lot for him to learn here, and as I said, I'm not looking for a perfect picture right now, just for him to be trying and improving. Yeah, another thing here is doing some transitions between the poles. It's always quite a good thing to do, and he's got very good with the response and actually standing very square in front, although we do need to work on the back a little bit more. There are times where I do something similar in trot, where he just, through the turn, leans through the shoulder a little bit. Sort of over in the left hand corner is where the gate is, so that's where he's watching all the other horses going out to the field, so he's just sort of drawing towards that side quite a bit. Yeah, that's another line. You can go down a set of trotting poles, and as you hit the middle of the triangle, you veer off onto another line as to almost do a dog leg through the triangle. Now that's quite a difficult line. I think I only did it while we were in the walk. I didn't attempt it in the trot because it's far too much for him in the trot. Or maybe I did, but it wouldn't have gone down all that well. I think sometimes these exercises can be really good to show you where the weaknesses are as well, and what sort of things still need work. So I'm going to leave you here with watching the rest of what we've done. The only thing that I've cut out of this video has been the bits where we aren't in focus, well, we aren't in the shot, but I have left the whole schooling session in. I was only on for about 20 minutes. Oh, so there he had a bit of a nap into the first time asking for trot. He just very much wasn't paying attention, wanted to be with the other horses, and started off incredibly lazy, but he can be quite stiff to begin with, and so the more we get him sort of bending, and the more he then starts sort of rocking his rib cage back and forth and loosening up through the back, he'll start engaging the hind end more, and then ultimately be able to work better by pushing from behind. But as I said, I'm going to leave you here to carry on watching the rest, and I'll just pop a comment in here and there if I see that he does anything silly, or if I feel as though actually I want to add more into that exercise. So we've just got a moment here, we're about to change the rein, and he naps towards the gate, and I basically just continue with him showing in the direction I want him to go in. Didn't make a big deal about it, just sent him forward again, and then there was no issue, and I didn't have it again going through that gap. Yeah, like I said, it's working with him and just making him realise that actually that's not what I want. It's not going to bother me. Keep going. Let's get our work done. So this now is one of the first times coming down the line in trot, and as you can see I've overshot the turn, gone wiggly through the middle, had a wobble through the end of it as well, not quite so forward, ended up in walk around the corner, but it's a starting point, and like I said, he's still learning, figuring out where his feet's going. So this time again, a little bit of a wiggle, same at the end, but more forward then coming through the corner. And from this point, each time that he comes down through the middle again, it does get straighter, he gets more confident with it, and the footfalls become more level. I'm just walking Ballougar back now. I was going to ride, but I need to close the gate and I just don't have it in me to actually get on from the ground. I don't like getting on from the ground anyway if I can help it. So, how were you, Bee? Come on. You must not walk behind me. It's one thing I must say, I very much like the horses to walk next to me, not drag along behind, because I think if there's a problem, I need to be able to see how they're going to react, rather than them reacting behind me and potentially jumping onto me. Anyway, so while I was riding, the horses at the top of this yard were getting turned out, so he wasn't all that impressed with me and didn't really want to go forward. Had a couple of moments of wanting to buck, but we just quietly worked through them. As I'm sure you could have seen, I'm not one for putting on a great deal of pressure and forcing him to just get on with it. I don't want work to be any negative experience for him, really, and it needs to be that, okay, yes, him having a strop isn't on, but working through it in a better way rather than booting him in the ribs or whatever some people might do. Yeah, so anyway, just walking him back now. You may be able to slightly see them through the hedge, but our neighbours at the moment, oh, look at them. I'm hoping, as I said, they're not going to get a fright of me or of Shay. Hi guys, good morning. How are you today? Are you all well? Hello? Are you looking at Shay? Add a note in here for anybody that walks their dog in the countryside. If you're walking through a field with any livestock, make sure you've got your dog on the lead. I've just seen some awful posts recently about livestock being killed because of dogs out of control, and farmers do have the right to shoot your dog if it happens. So for both parties, best that you keep your dog under control. Shay can't get in there with them, and he is quite used to being around, well, seeing the sheep anyway. If there was a chance that he could get through, then I wouldn't be letting him loose in my field. This one's definitely interested in doing some work today, aren't you, Twiglet? Hey. Got Shay? What have you got? Someone does not think he's got arthritis. Get it! Get it! Get it, get it, get it, get it! It's always Jet that realises the hay's here first. You can come with me, Shay. Ooh. Oh. I'll let you go once the tractor stops. Oh, more mud in the field. You can see all the evidence of Twiggy's broken fence. It's a nice hay, guys. Hey, Twig. It's a nice blanket. Ballougar. So pony's happy in the background over there, munching on their hay. I'm just locking up now, and then I'm going to head home. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and maybe it's given you a new exercise that you could look at doing with your horses. As you can see, there are so many variations to what you can do, and so therefore it does suit a variety of levels and experiences of horses and riders. So keep looking at the ground because I feel like I'm going to fall over. Oh gosh. Yeah, so let me know if you do give it a try and how you found it. Until next time. I'm going to end today's video over here. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're going to give this exercise a try with your own horses. See you all soon. Bye.